All right. Welcome back. Welcome in. You found us once again. Shoot the Gap, the Rabbit Hole Fantasy Football Focus Show, here to help you to be gruntled with your fantasy football team and your fantasy football decisions. I am your humble host, Brian the Amigo Baldwin. It's my pleasure to introduce Connor, the Gut Marshal.
What's up? It is time for another episode of Shoot the Gap.
you want to say something?
I'm gonna pass the rock back to Brian.
Let me say the most obvious thing and then back to you.
Well, my teams aren't doing good, but I don't want to even acknowledge it at this point because I feel like all the stuff I'm saying is just making shit worse.
Man, look. Okay.
I'm just trying to ignore it.
Okay, look. No matter what your score is or what your record is right now, seriously, okay, you really aren't. No matter how you feel.
2-6.
Same here. I think I'm 3 and 5 and 1 and
3 and 5
and then 2
1 and 2 and 6.
Right, and it's only because I've had some nasty luck. All right, my team's good, dude. If you look at my points, I have a good team. It's just people keep going crazy on me, but it'll even out. It will come back to the mean. Okay, it will find out. And this is the attitude you need to have, man. Stay focused, stay strong, keep pushing. You're not out of it now, even though it hurts. Hopefully you can get the losing out of the way early and go on that winning spree. So that's where we're at. So welcome to the show, everybody. Yeah, okay, it's now our 170th show, November 1st. All Saints Day, yeah. In this hopeful year of our Lord, we have a great show for you today. Today we'll be getting news, talk about the impact of a trade deadline. Yes, that passed yesterday. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, you like that? It's even like the Day of the Dead thing. Anyway, and also the start sit for Thursday.
My Mexican girlfriend would love that.
Okay, for the Thursday night game. I mean, that's like me saying, well, my Mexican mom would love that.
Why don't you say that?
Why? Because she's not Mexican, dude. She's Latina. That's why. She's not from Mexico.
Well, my girlfriend is. She's actually from Mexico.
Okay, well, my mom is Latina. That's why I won't say. She's Robstonian. Okay, my Robstonian.
Oh, sure. Her ancestry dates all the way back to the Jaguar. That's why they root for the Jags.
All right.
I'm fucking with you. Come on.
Yeah, man. Here we go.
This is too much fun.
Yeah, it's that kind of show. Weird. Getting weird. Yeah. All right, man. So let's go ahead and get started with some Merry Early Christmas. So let's do that. Okay. So Merry Early Christmas. This is where, like I say, Merry Early Christmas to a player's manager. Okay. And I've always found it easier to hear bad news than nice ones. I'll say one to the manager. Connor will expertly guess exactly why, and then I'll kind of go into a little bit more detail and we'll discuss it. Yeah, that's the way it goes. All right.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Let's go. Hit me with it.
Is that chest hair, dude? You got your chest hair hanging out? Holy mackerel!
No,
okay.
that's my hair is so long it looks like.
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
okay.
I don't have any.
Dude, you had that '70s thing going, man.
I have no body. I shaved my armpit
hair
off. I have no hair under here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fast swimmer. Okay. All right, here we go. Merry Early Christmas. Brett Ripon.
I couldn't tell you. Well, you know what? There are a lot of people. There are a lot of people injured. Wait, were we talking about him?
I'm not giving you no clues. Okay, you don't know. Okay,
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, Los Angeles Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford injured his thumb in Sunday's contest and was ruled out. When he went out, Brett Ripon went in, and yes, we were just talking about that before the show started.
Yeah, we were.
We literally were just talking about it. All right, so yeah. Holy mackerel, dude! You good there, dude?
I'm good.
COVID happening? All right, dude. So.
Oh no.
Yeah. Jeez, I'm glad. You know what?
I got the flu the Chiefs had.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Score one for us, like doing the show this way, okay? Instead of in the shooting range where you're coughing it all up. All right. So anyway,
yes.
Yeah, he whenever he entered the game for the final play on the third quarter, that was because Matthew Stafford he suffered a thumb injury. Of course, he struggled. He did manage to lead the team to a late field goal on a drive dominated by short completions. He completed 5 of his 10 passes for 42 yards, no touchdowns or interceptions in Sunday's 43-20 loss to Dallas. Monday, McVay termed the Stafford's thumb injury as a UCL sprain. And as of Wednesday, he noted he'll get Stafford right up before the game this Sunday at Green Bay to determine whether or not he'll be available week 9. Now keep in mind, they have a bye week, week 10. So, with all this in there, with all that what I gave you, dude, do you think that Matthew Stafford's going to play?
My gut reaction was to say no, just because I always assume the opposite of whatever Sean McVay says.
Right.
But it is worth noting that Matthew Stafford historically has gutted out a lot of injuries. Like, he has started a lot of games at less than 100%. So that makes it a little more of a coin flip. I was thinking 75 to 80% chance Stafford does not play. Now I'm thinking 60% chance he doesn't play, 40% chance he plays. That's what I'm thinking at this point.
Okay.
We're going to have to monitor it day to day, but I think that they're going to gatekeep information as best as they can, so we're really not going to know up until the day of.
All right. So if Brett Rypien, healthy Brett Rypien, or banged up Matthew Stafford, what does that do for Kupp and Puka?
I'd rather have Stafford out there. I still think a banged up Stafford is better for Kupp and Puka than what's his name? I mean, I can't even remember, even though we talked about him. Yeah, see, not gonna, that name's gonna need some time to ripen in my brain. He's gonna need to have some games where he actually throws to Kupa. To Kupa. To Kupp.
Kupa?
Yeah, well, he didn't throw to either of them. He needs to throw to Kupa.
Puka Kupp. Puka Kupp. All right, that's what we call that duo now. Kupa. Yeah, if they're a boy band. Puka Kupp. So yeah, what I remember, last year, the McVay was able to take Mayfield right off the street and put him in, and Mayfield did great. All right, so is that a product of maybe the system? That the reason why Rypien looked the way he did is because, dude, he was like reading the newspaper, and then they said, "Hey, man, you got to come in." He's like, "Oh man, what? Playing?" He wasn't. His mind wasn't prepared to play, even though they say that it is. You know how it is. The truth of the matter. So when he comes back, so he might. Everybody might still be good. Everybody might not be good. The issue, I would say, in this situation, I think Cooper Kupp is the guy that you'd want to, because, in my opinion, I think a banged up Matthew Stafford and a Brett Rypien could only support one receiver instead of two, and I think that would be Cooper Kupp. The only way Puka would flip in Puka's favor is depending on how bad Matthew Stafford can actually grip and throw. Because if you think about it, if he has to go short yardage, that's more kind of like Puka range. Where Cooper is, he has short yardage stuff, but he does do a lot of deep stuff. And I don't know what the accuracy would be with Stafford's deep ball. And even if you think about it that way,
but he's a mid-range guy too.
Well, but see, okay, if you even think about it that way, if they're only able to do short, then that's going to also mess with the fantasy output of each. So good for PPR, I guess. But yeah, it's nervy, dude. It's nervy. Your gut. I know you're saying 60-40. I'm going to be bold. I'm going to say Stafford's not playing. It doesn't make sense to do that. Especially if you think that if you're trying to look to long term, because their bye week is on week 10, man. Like I said, so it makes more sense to me, in my opinion. It seems logical and true to me, but I'm just a dude. I'm not, the anywhere involved with that decision making. But to me, just a dude. Okay, it's clear to me. Sit the guy, let him get 2 weeks, on that thumb, a minor, okay, like they're saying, a minor UCL sprain. seriously, the recovery time is somewhere between 2 to 4 weeks, right? So if they let him sit and they're not pushing it and all that mess, for 2 weeks, chances of him coming back pretty, soon, like after their bye is pretty high. I think he'd sit. In that case, Cooper Kupp and Puka are a shaky start. Cooper Kupp being the less shaky. Do you agree? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay. And maybe check this out though. The Rams did attempt to sign quarterback John Wolford off of the Bucks practice squad, but the Tampa Bay Bucks they signed him to the 53-man roster to be the third quarterback behind Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask. So nope. Yeah, taking him. Yeah, I think that was a Connor move, by the way. That's straight up as a Connor move. They don't want him. They just don't want you to have him. Okay, so tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Yeah? Yeah, that's
could be.
Yeah, Connor. Connor's a GM somewhere with the Tampa Bay Bucks. He's got an ear somewhere, because that's a Connor move. All right, moving on. Merry Early Christmas, Mitch Trubisky, man.
Well, no, Kenny Pickett it was announced he was going to play. He's going to play on Thursday.
Right, it's an actual Christmas ham, bonafide Christmas. Yeah, Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Kenny Pickett hurt his ribs in Sunday's game and was ruled out. Plays came at Mitch Trubisky, and like Connor said, yeah, man, he's a full participant. Today's practice it doesn't carry an injury designation, so he's in. But you saw how the rib injury affected Justin Herbert. Hey, the Rockets finally got their first win. Yeah, 128 to 119 over Charlotte. Yeah, and not losers after all. Okay, moving on.
Hey.
Yeah, moving on. Okay, yeah. So you saw what the rib injury did to Justin Herbert last year. Now you're looking at Kenny Pickett, who's already kind of and now he's going to be a little more So I don't know, man. What would you prefer, a healthy Trubisky or a banged up Pickett? You're a George Pickens manager. Which one would you prefer?
Banged up Pickett.
Okay.
Trubisky prefers Johnson, and he runs with it, which are like two things that are not good if you have Johnson. Pickett.
That's right. Yeah, that's always been like the thing that that's that one of those things, from like that you don't remember. That's a lesson you learned last year, but you don't remember until it's biting you in the ass, right? You're like, oh,
yeah.
You're like,
Trubisky is worse for all skill players on the Steelers. He's an instant downgrade for like everyone. Like he makes everything worse for Najee, because with Najee, that means Najee gets less runs. Najee doesn't get as many targets. Najee doesn't get as many red zone looks. With the wide receivers, it fucks everything up. I mean, it makes Deontay Johnson like a floor play, but that's it.
Okay. All right. Basically, the lesson is Trubisky. If you're Deontay Johnson, manager, Trubisky's in, celebrate. If Pickett is in, then it's Pickens. But yeah, man, but I don't think it's anybody. With the banged up Pickett. Yeah, man. Even though we'll talk about Thursday. We'll talk about Thursday when we get to it. Then moving on. Merry Early Christmas, Demario Douglas.
Is this because? No, I don't know. I was trying to pull out of my butt. Couldn't think of anybody.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. New England wide receiver Kendrick Bourne suffered a torn right ACL during Sunday's loss to the Dolphins and is done for the season. Yeah, the 28-year-old had been New England's most productive wideout through the first 8 games of the season, accruing a 37 catches, 406 yards, and 4 touchdown receiving line on 55 targets. Yeah, he's scheduled to be an unrestricted free agent. Yeah, this offseason. That's rough. But yeah, he's out for the season. So with Bourne out, the Patriots are expected to lean more heavy on Mario Douglas. Yeah, it's passing attack. Week 8, Douglas led the team's receivers in snaps, 41. Caught a season-high 5 passes on 7 targets for 25 yards. And with Bourne on injury reserve, Devontae Parker and concussion protocol, Yeah, man. It looks pretty good for Douglas. So, what's your thoughts on that, man?
Yeah, I mean, he's the guy, but you're not starting him.
No, so you grab him just to put him on your bench?
Yeah.
So who gets the gift then? Who gets the gift for the injury of Bourne, Kendrick Bourne?
I mean, he gets the gift. The offense is just that bad. I mean, probably Stevenson more than anyone else.
And Hunter Henry too. I think so because Hunter Henry's
because they're more skilled than the aforementioned wide receiver.
That's correct. That's correct.
So they're going to be leaned on more for the offense.
That's exactly the point I was hoping that you
at least they should. Now Bill O'Brien, the retarded moron, is the one running the offense. So who knows what he deems fit to do with the offense.
Well, hang on now. Okay, but remember whenever Justin Jefferson went down, right? It was all like KJ Osborne. Oh, he's gonna play that receiver, X receiver role. He's gonna get more passes. Pick him up. He's gonna do well. Well, no, he hasn't done. He's done exactly what he does. He's KJ Osborne, and it was.
No, he has been doing well.
And
he peaked last game.
Dude, he's not. He's doing what he normally does. What I'm saying is that it wasn't like an explosion. It's just he's the same guy. All right. It didn't really elevate him. He's just exactly what he's always been.
I actually. Can I go get my laptop? It'll take me like 20 seconds. I want to pull up the stats. I want to pull up stats on tonight's episode.
Okay, well...
Please?
Okay, sure.
I charged my laptop and everything.
Okay, well, while he's doing that, I'll drop... Listen, okay, basically what it seems like, the whole situation seems like to me is like, whenever Justin Jefferson went out, okay, KJ Osborne was supposed to explode. Okay, everybody was thinking that that's exactly what he's going to do. We're going to get some stats that are going to work against it, which we'll find out. Okay, but, all right, so those promise of more production, but it went to somebody else who was already producing in the passing game. All right, so this is why I'm thinking that Demario Douglas is a great name, okay, or at least it's an interesting. It definitely is. But Ramondre Stevenson has already been used in passing. Hunter Henry was already being used but got phased out. Right? He's a lot better, like Connor was saying, than Demario Douglas. So I don't think that he's going to do well. He's going to do what people are thinking it is. I think it's a promise that is not going to be kept. It's more. I think it's well for Hunter Henry and Ramondre Stevenson. I'll take this moment also to say that Ramondre Stevenson, we're going to do a start-sit episode. You know how we always do it on Saturday. So that way we can collect the information from Friday and Saturday and give you the last minute, start-sit advice. That's the whole aim there. Last week, I'm sorry everybody, by the way, there was no episode. We had problems with uploading to YouTube, but it was recorded. If that makes you feel better, I mean, I did it. Okay, it was there. It's just we had issues. But just a preview, okay, for Ramondre Stevens. All right, I think he's going to be somebody you're going to want to start. I know he has an Ezekiel Elliott problem, but he still is the wide receiver one, or the running back one for New England. They're going against.
And he gets all the passing work.
Yes, gets all the passing work. And if you saw, if you remember a couple of Thursdays ago, all right, whenever Chicago played against Washington, that run, they ran all over Washington. Okay, so they can get beat, and that's when they had Montrez Sweat, and when they had Chase Young. They're not gonna have those dudes. We'll be talking about them here in a second when we talk about the trades. But Ramondre Stevenson, I think, is gonna be a fantastic play this week. And hopefully, I probably did more than 20 seconds. So go hit me with some stats.
No.
Show why KJ Osborne is the next Justin.
Okay, well, he did get 10 targets this week, which is a lot. He had 8 receptions for 99 yards. No tutties. So, really good. Really good.
And before? And the game before?
Okay, when did Justin Jefferson get injured?
It was more than the game before. I think it was a couple weeks ago, dude.
So that means he was injured week 5, right?
I think so.
So in week 5, he got 9 targets.
Okay.
Before week 5, his ceiling was 6 targets.
Okay.
So during the Justin Jefferson injury, and since then, his floor has raised to 5 targets, and his ceiling has increased to 10 targets, and he's had a 9-game and a 10-game, so 2 games above his previous ceiling. His previous floor was 2. He went 2 targets for 1 reception and 16 yards against the Panthers. Since then, his worst outing has been at Chicago, where he went 5 for 4 for 48.
Okay.
So both his ceiling and floor have increased since the injury.
No. I want what is his receptions, what is his yards, and what is his touchdowns in that time. I understand the targets; they're great. Targets is wonderful.
He's got 9 targets, so 9 targets, 5 receptions, 49 yards. He's about a 4 to 5, 50 yards a game. That's his floor. He's not Justin Jefferson, but he's a good pickup. You should pick him up.
I don't think so.
Or you should have picked him up.
No, because to me he's like Quincy Enunwa. Okay, he did not explode to what everybody thought he was going to do. There's a lot better options. At least there was a lot better options whenever that was an explosion there. Like right now, I would rather have just Jackson Smith and Jigba than KJ Osborne. Definitely. Okay, yeah, especially with how Tyler Lockett is nursing some injuries. We're halfway through the season. DK Metcalf has already been injured, and this guy is now starting to use him more downfield. So this is what I'm talking about. Like this Jackson Smith and Jigba, who was a no count, okay, is in a better situation now that we've gone later on in the year. And KJ Osborne, my whole point was not to say KJ Osborne sucks. It wasn't. It's not. Okay, it's that we were whenever Justin Jefferson went out, it was go grab KJ Osborne. He's going to explode. He's going to take over that. He's going to do this. And it's Addison that's getting the right targets. He's getting the red zone targets. He's getting the big fantasy point targets. And that's my whole point. And it wasn't necessarily on this. Okay, it was all about supposed to be. It really was supposed to be just telling you like, don't drink. I would warn you against like drinking the Kool-Aid on Demario Douglas. That's it, man. That's all I was doing. But we went down that road. We're gonna have to just speed up through these. We can't take too much time trying to move this on. Yeah. So Merry Early Christmas, Taylor Heineke, man.
Taylor Heineke. Is he who's backing up? He isn't still in the Commanders, is he?
This isn't Jeopardy. You don't answer a question with a question. Come on.
I don't.
Just give me an answer. Just what's your gut tell you? Just what does it feel? What does it feel?
Kirk Cousins. I know it's not Kirk Cousins, but Kirk
don't
Cousins.
Say it. No. You already know it's not. What's your gut telling you? Don't.
Commanders, but Sam Howell is healthy.
Atlanta Falcons head coach Arthur Smith.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Said that Heineke will start Sunday's game against the Vikings. Yeah, so Heineke will pick up his first start of the season, despite incumbent Desmond Ridder having been cleared to serve as Atlanta's backup after passing all concussion tests. So, yeah, man. Remember, he passed all the concussion tests, on Sundays, lost. So he was able to come back in, but Arthur Smith said, "Nah, man, you staying there. We're gonna go with Heineke." So what does that do, man? What does that do? I mean, he played the final 2 quarters, completed 12 of 21 passes for 175 yards and a touchdown. So
I don't think he's a good quarterback. I think that y'all kind of we were talking in the group chat, and I was actually kind of the least hard on Arthur Smith, and y'all kind of opened my eyes to how much of an idiot he is.
Yeah, and, but I'm a Bijan man.
But this could be but he's been fucking misusing Drake London and Kyle Pitts for a while.
Yeah.
So,
but dude,
this is like this first smart thing he's gonna do. I feel like he's already fucked the Falcons. I feel like someone else is gonna need to come in and clean up his mess. I feel like the Falcons are they're fucked in general until they get someone else running the offense.
Okay. All right. We won't go down that rabbit hole. Move this thing along. But I will say, in my opinion, I think that having Heineke is better than Ridder. Ritter has not looked good. They need to make a change. Quarterback is definitely a problem, but the coach is the lack of use of Bijan is maddening. I mean, it's just incredible. Is you got this freaking Fiat or this Ferrari in the in the garage and you're using the Fiat to go out on dates. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Last one. Merry early Christmas, Daniel Bellinger.
No idea.
New York Giants tight end Darren Waller said Wednesday that his current hamstring injury may sideline him for weeks as opposed to days. Yeah, man. So, yeah, didn't practice Wednesday, of course, but if he doesn't play, yeah, Daniel Bellinger will be clear-cut beneficiary among all the Giants tight ends. Yeah, so he's going to play. Remember, he was coming on last year before he got poked in the eye. Yeah. So, yeah. Daniel Jones cleared for contact, so he should start Sunday. So, does it make you excited about Bellinger?
Not really.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the Giants' offense. I mean, it's like you want to get excited about Wan'Dale Robinson, but you're like, it's the Giants.
I'm excited to stream a defense against the Giants. That's what I'm excited about.
Okay. That's kind of been a hit or miss. Ask Buffalo about that one. Okay, dude. So, yeah. So it's hit or miss. It's hit or miss. Yeah, with that.
I think this one's gonna work.
I don't know. Who? So it's the Giants.
It's
Vegas against the Giants. No way, man. Under the Giants.
They just fired their coach. They all hate Josh McDaniels. This is their first game. They've broken the shackles of their oppressor. They are free for their angry sex matchup of the week destination.
Okay. I'm on the complete opposite. I'm on there in a disarray, and they can be all angry they want to be, but you get a bunch of angry people together, they're just bumping their heads. It doesn't do anything. Okay, dude. So I mean, like I think between the two, I'd rather have the New York Giants defense. I think they're gonna be fantastic play against the Raiders, man. Seriously, man, they're gonna have a rookie quarterback, and the head coach hasn't. Well, we'll talk about that. Let's go to the news. That's the first thing on the news. Let's talk about it. It's a great segue. Let's not waste it. I don't know. Do you have the good news up? If not,
No.
Okay. All right.
Well, I was still doing Christmas music actually, but I'm just kind of vibing at this point.
Okay. Well, no. Okay, you can stop the Christmas. Go ahead.
It's not really Christmas music. It's just Mario music.
Mario? Oh, okay.
Yeah. At one point, you actually said Mario, and I was like, nice. Yeah. There we go.
Okay. All right. I didn't know that. Okay. So Las Vegas Raiders, man, less than 2 years after hiring. Anyway. I'm sorry. That's a Rockets news. Yeah. Amen Thompson has a grade 2 ankle sprain. So. Eesh. Anyway.
Is he important?
Yeah. Yes, he was one of our first round draft picks of the past year. Yes, extremely important. Anyway, the Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, less than 2 years after hiring Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler, Mark Davis has decided to fire them both. Yeah, man. This happened last night. He revealed that he was going to. The owner revealed that he was going to clean house by dumping the head coach, manager, it's a coordinator. The linebackers coach Antonio Pierce is expected to be named the interim head coach. Listen to this, Connor. Listen to this. Linebackers coach Antonio Pierce is expected to be named their interim head coach. Pierce has almost no NFL coaching experience. Yeah, the 45-year-old is in just his second season as an NFL assistant after spending 4 years at Arizona State in various roles, including associate head coach. However, he did spend 9 seasons as an NFL player, with 4 of them coming in Washington from 2001 to 2004, and 5 with the Giants, 05 to 09. But dude, this guy he has no.
I like the playing experience.
Okay, yeah, that's great, but he has like no. This is what I'm saying. Their first game. This is their first game. I'm not trying to say this guy's gonna stink. I'm just saying.
I know. There's still negative things to say, and you can say those things. It's just
it's not negative.
If this guy, if this guy hadn't have played, I would be like, like this is like when the Colts brought in that guy that had no experience last year,
That guy.
But this is different.
Okay. No, it's not. Okay, no, it's not. He's never, dude. This is their first game. All right, they're gonna. As angry as they want to be, I understand that. Okay, they're in a disarray. They're really. They're sitting the QB, the offense. They're sitting. There's a completely new QB who was who's not only he's a rookie, he's a gunslinger, but he throws a lot of interceptions. Okay, at least that's what he did preseason when he played. Okay, dude, this smells a lot like the dude that was last year that came in for Matt Ryan for the Colts. That guy he was awesome in preseason, came in, stunk it up. So yeah, man. No, yeah. So my point is that was my point as to why I think that the Giants are the better defense to get instead of the Raiders defense. Because it's a disarray. It's just crazy. It's just crazy right now. Except for, I will say, so it's not like sit everybody, but we're not doing start sit. Let's keep on this. Champ Kelly will be the interim GM. But Mark Davis hired Daniels and Ziegler as a pair in January of 2022 with the hope that the duo would be able to turn the Raiders into a West Coast version of the Patriots. And they almost did, Connor. The Raiders are 3-5. What's the Patriots record? You want to guess?
2-6.
2-6, exactly right. So they almost got it, but they just a little bit better than Patriots. So they almost did. Yeah. So
that wasn't good enough.
Yeah. So, to me, it's Connor. It's like you can tell who was put their was banging their fist on the table for Jimmy Garoppolo. That was like, this guy's gonna be good. We have to have him. I don't care about all that.
That was Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, you can tell who it was, dude, because Jimmy G's getting set, and these guys are getting fired. I mean, it's it's obvious the connection there.
Well, Josh McDaniels is a terrible coach. His success has only come from cheating. He was the guy behind the filming when the Patriots got caught.
Oh, okay.
One of the times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's his whole thing.
Okay. And he also benefited from Tom Brady. Yeah, which I think that we're...
And Bill.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I wouldn't say Bill. I would just see Brady right now.
Well, the infrastructure.
Yeah.
Because
at least the legacy.
He wouldn't be a coach. He wouldn't be a coach if not for Bill Belichick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Brady helped him too, of course, definitely. But I'm saying he wouldn't have had a coaching job. Just how Matt Nagy wouldn't have had a coaching job if he didn't work for Andy Reid.
Mike Lombardi, the offensive coordinator, got fired. His offense ranked 31st in yards of total offense per game through 8 weeks, 30th in points scored per game. Yeah, so yeah, it was bad. So you can understand that. Quarterbacks coach Bo Hardigree, Bo Hardigree will replace Lombardi. Okay, so the quarterbacks coach is going to be the new offensive coordinator. They're going to have a rookie quarterback and a head coach that's never coached in the NFL. Yeah, man. That's rough, dude. That's rough. Yeah. But no, dude, look, they said, by the way, I'm sure you read this, Connor, that Aiden O'Connell is going to be the quarterback going forward. So it's not just let's start him and see. It's this is it. We're going with Aiden O'Connell until the end of the season. Yeah, it's that's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be
ugly to see.
Yeah, it's Devontae. Devontae Adams, man. The guy's a gunslinger, and so it just doesn't take a rocket scientist to know hey, who's the best wide receiver that's going to be the squeakiest wheel and has the vet presence where a rookie will listen to him. So he's going to be hyper focused on Devontae Adams. So I think it's a good thing for Devontae. Yeah, it's just that it's a good thing for the defenses playing against him because he's a little turnover. Leonard Fournette. Anything you want to say more about that?
Nope.
Leonard Fournette has signed with the Bills practice squad after passing his physical Monday. Dude. Okay, I'm going to stop there because I'm always talking a lot about using up all the points. You are at least you used to be or have been a believer in Leonard Fournette. What's this news? What? Tell me your thoughts on what does this signing do for Leonard Fournette and James Cook, Latavius Murray? What's your thoughts?
I think it's just kind of a depth move. I think we talked about this already. I think this
It just happened, dude. We didn't talk about this.
Oh, I think we were speculating on it. We were speculating on how Lenny cuts into Latavius. He doesn't cut into James Cook because Leonard Fournette and Latavius Murray, they both share the same role. They're the washed old guy that's the change of pace guy. I mean, they even talked about it during a game. It's like Sean McDermott, like he wants James Cook to be his guy, and then he wants to bring in like other guys to spell him when he needs like physical, like in between the tackle, like 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, third and goal, like 4 yards, like shit like that. Where James Cook, he doesn't actually do good in those roles. He's kind of bad at that. So you have big guys like Latavius Murray, he's like what, 6'2", like 220. Leonard Fournette, like 6'3", 230, 240, I want to say. Like those, they can do that. He's going to be doing that. So this just makes Latavius Murray and Leonard Fournette both not fantasy relevant. James Cook, he might be a little less, he might not be as alluring. He might have lost a little luster, but he's still the guy. He's going to get the touches, the best touches, the most targets, the most volume.
I almost, like, if in a certain light, what you were talking about, at least if the way I understood it, maybe I'm understanding it incorrectly, and if I am, please correct me.
Yeah, Fournette's not going to get the high-quality touches if that's what...
But you're saying that, like the short yardage stuff, right? Like, so that's goal line? I mean, it's almost like you were describing Jamal Williams of last year. I mean, because you just said that
it doesn't apply because of Josh Allen. There's other reasons. I mean, here's just the obvious info is look, as someone that's looked into, I tried starting Latavius Murray for a game or two, and he got like a point. Like it doesn't work because it's like they throw the ball so fucking much.
Latavius Murray looked terrible. He looked awful.
Yeah, they don't run the ball like the Lions do. They don't have the offensive line like the Lions do. And frankly, they don't have the play calling that the Lions do. I was listening yesterday about how the Lions, like 4 or 5 of their coaches have all played football. Like, they're a remarkable bunch. The Bills, like, their coaching, I feel like, misuses their talent. It's kind of like back when Bill O'Brien was on the Texans, and he mismanaged the hell out of D-Hop and Watson.
Yeah, man, I get what you're saying, okay, but I'm talking about the way you were describing how he's going to be used.
It's not going to be that.
And
it's not.
And I don't know if you can really compare Leonard Fournette to Latavius Murray, because in my opinion, last time I saw Fournette, he really wasn't the guy that the dominating presence that he has been in his prime, but he was better than Murray. Because dude, Murray got tackled like trying to run around the corner because he was too. I mean, dude, he looked like me playing softball in my mid-30s. Dude, I was like, give it all, but you're just not going fast. The body won't do it no more.
Fournette hasn't played in like he hasn't played since last year, so
okay, well, fresh legs. So I mean, so it could be.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think.
And they headed it off to Murray in those short yardage. So obviously, it's in the playbook.
Sometimes, but other times, Allen just keeps it.
Yeah, I would say that. I wouldn't say that. Okay, it's just. You're back to that situation where it's like each Bills running back isn't going to be.
I'll say this. It looks like you're fishing for something, and if you need something to fish for, it's there. But I don't want to fish for that.
No. I'm just I'm just saying the way that you talked about it made sense. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think it's a downgrade to Cook. No, it's a downgrade to. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if how it affects Cook. Okay, we just got to see. It'd be stupid to say if it's Cook, but it's definitely going to put Murray out of a job. Okay, let's move on.
I mean, he still has to prove himself. The only time he's been a for sure great pass catcher was with Tom Brady. Don't forget that.
Well, also he's got to make it to the squad. He's still on the practice squad. Yeah. So,
but he could fuck up a blocking assignment. He could fumble. He has had fumbling issues.
Or not make the team.
He could be too fat.
He's in the practice squad. You gotta mention that. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about some of the trades, man, that happened and some of the effects. So let's talk about a really big one. Chase Young going.
This is the biggest one.
Yeah, going to the 49ers for a 2024 third round pick. Yeah, and the reason why it was that small is because this is Young's last year contract, so it might be a rental. So but still, it's worth it, man. A third round pick to be able to get Nick Bosa and Chase Young on the same line.
They're going all in.
Yeah, what are you thinking, man? What are you thinking about that? What does that do for fantasy? Go for it.
The Niners defense, it's the best defense. Once again, look, when in doubt, have guys that are on the 49ers or, halfway around the season, they get upgrades, man. I mean, their defense is going to be great. You are not going to want to start guys against them. And on the flip side, the Washington Commanders are a team that you absolutely 100% want to stream any and all offensive players against.
Excellent. I was hoping you were going to give an analysis on the other side. Excellent, Connor. Yes. Because Chase Young is gone. So yeah, this is, and I don't think that it's really going to, we could go and throw out all these stats and whatever. We're giving you quick analysis on what these trades did. Okay, and for fantasy. Okay, and so it's now made San Francisco defense it's before the bye week, it looked like San Francisco's defense was almost not droppable, but you should probably start looking at somebody else, picking somebody else, and just start teetering around. It's no longer a set and forget. Now it's set and forget. Yeah, it's a scary defense to go against. So that's how that did on San Francisco, and also the Bears. The Bears, they're the ones that traded to get the other defensive end, Montez Sweat. So they sent a 2024 second round pick to the to the Commander. Okay, to get this guy. All right. So so. Before we talk about the Bears, going on strengthening Connor's point, Sweat's gone, Young's gone, the Washington defense was already a little suspect. Yeah, man. Play all your offensive weapons, especially this week. Play against the Patriots. So, would you play Zeke? Connor?
The Patriots are playing the Commanders. I would play Zeke.
Play Zeke? Okay. Would you play Ramondre?
Yes.
Hunter Henry?
I would play both. I would play those three guys.
Hunter Henry?
Yeah, I would even stream Mac Jones.
Oh, that was the one I was going to hit you with. You got it. Okay, all right.
Nice.
How about Demario Douglas?
No.
No, Demario. Okay. All right, so...
Get that shit out of my face.
Yeah. Doing. But yeah, so for going to talk to me, that was an easy analysis. It was really easy. Yeah, up for 49ers, down for Commanders. This trade, of course, the Commanders, at least for next year, it's great for the Commanders. This year, down for the Commanders defense. No Sweat, no Young, but the Bears get Sweat. Okay, talk to me. What's your gut saying about what that's going?
Yeah, I mean, for the Bears, they needed to reload for a while. Their defense was a hollow shell of what it used to be.
Yeah.
The glory days of Khalil Mack and all that special goodness. But I mean, hopefully they can just get their bearings and have some semblance of an NFL defense that poses a threat to opposing offenses.
Okay, so let me ask you, dude. Okay, with this addition, tell me if you think that this defense would do well against these teams coming up. The Saints.
Would they do good against the Bears?
Yeah. Or will the Bears defense do well against the Saints offense?
I don't know. I feel like
yes or no. Just
prove me.
Okay, just real quick. Yes or no.
I don't fucking trust them. I'm gonna trust in the Saints. I'm gonna say the Saints are gonna do good against the Bears.
Okay, so no. Carolina.
Bears against Carolina. Yeah, the Bears.
Okay. Yes. Okay. One yes, one no. Detroit.
No.
No. Minnesota.
That's a coin toss.
Okay, so let's say it's a yes. So that way it makes it 2-2. Okay, the Chuck Woolery. Okay, from my old school guys. They're 2-2. All right, so yeah, which means that it does make it the Bears intriguing. They're streamable. Like you would stream them against Carolina, but you don't want to go out and pick. That's the whole point, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to say this on air with the risk of Brian then picking up the defense that I want. But my move, I think you already know what I'm going to say. I think you know that I do this.
Okay, let me tell you, I'm not picking up any more defenses. I'm good with what I got. So go. So feel free.
Okay, but I'm pretty sure you already know I do this. I feel like we've played fantasy football. What, five years?
Yeah.
Or no, we've played for more than 5 years. 6 years. I think this is our 6th season.
I don't know, man. Because we have 5 rings between us. And yeah, you're
right, because we don't have a ring for this season yet.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. 6 seasons. We played together 6 seasons, so you know that I like to stream defenses. And I like to have 2 defenses. Mm-hmm. And I like to figure out what defenses those are going to be around this time of year. Mm-hmm. And then I like to lock them in. Mm-hmm. So I'm already planning. Sometimes I'll be planning my moves late at night. A couple times Brian has texted me and told me to stop making moves. But I'll tell him no. Exclamation point. That's all I'll say.
I'm like, as a friend. And I'm just like,
no!
Go to bed.
This is my special alone time.
Yeah, we have open waivers, so he can pick up, drop, and do whatever the mess he wants. Yeah. So,
yeah.
Anyway, but go ahead.
I was just gonna say. I don't think that the Bears. I don't think that the Bears are a team that you can do that with. What I like to do is I like to pick 2 defenses, like good defenses. So like the Lions and the Ravens, or like the Lions and the Bucks, or the Texans have actually been kind of doing good for fantasy. Mm-hmm. Maybe like the Lions and the Texans, or a combination of that. And I would roll with those 2 defenses, and I'll just sit down, I'll write down, I'll make sure that the weeks match up, so one of them always has a good week and there's no bye week issues, and then I roll with that.
All right.
That's what I do for streaming defense.
Excellent. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Yeah, I just have Cleveland in one league, and I'm just riding them. Okay,
I have Cleveland and the Bills in my salary league, so I feel real good about that.
I'm just riding Cleveland. There you go. They're past their bye week, unless something happens to Myles Garrett. Willing. But yeah. But no, dude, I'm doing similar what you're doing. I have Miami and I have New Orleans Saints. Yeah, so and Miami has got it just got Ramsey back, so
yeah, that's the same thing. Yeah, you're doing the same thing in another league.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I study what you. Yeah. But
so you did already know that I do that.
Well, yeah, but the people didn't. So, and I think it's great.
That's true.
I think it was great information. Obviously, I think it's a good thing, or if I wouldn't be doing it too. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if anyone besides Emo is listening right now, and I'm pretty sure Emo already either figured that out on his own or knew that I did that, or I told him, one of those three things. But if someone else is listening, shout out. I love you.
Joshua Dobbs.
The best.
Joshua Dobbs. How about Joshua Dobbs to Minnesota? Let's talk about that real quick. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you know this guy.
Yeah.
Okay. True or false? Is Joshua Dobbs a rocket scientist?
I mean, his head looks like the top of a rocket.
That's not
Maybe
the question.
top of an astronaut helmet, but no, he's not a rocket scientist.
Actually, he is. Yes, he has degrees in aeroscience. This guy's a very...
Well, he should go do that, because he's probably better at that than he is.
He's a very smart guy. Okay, he's going to learn a third defense or third offense like in a year's time or something. And so, but I think he can do it, and I think it shows that Minnesota is not done. Okay, they are not like just going quietly into the night. They're going to go kicking and screaming. All right, so this is great news for Justin Jefferson managers, because he's coming back. Everybody, he's coming back because they're still committed. I think that if you're a believer in KJ Osborne, depends. Whatever you feel. We're not here to tell you what to do, just to help you make good decisions. So you heard to both sides of the story. If you're into it, then I don't think that really it knocks him down. I don't know, man. Dobbs did fine. And he would do well with a better offensive line, which he's going to have. He's going to have better, I think, offensive weapons, especially when Justin Jefferson is back. So with that in mind, man, I think it just shows the commitment. Hawkinson managers should be happy about. Addison managers should be happy about this. The managers that I'm curious about, Connor, should be Madison or Akers managers. Are they going to lean more on the run, or are they still going to pass? I'm saying it's good news for these people that at least they're not going to get some rookie or the crap that they were going to throw out there before, and they're going to get somebody who was starting and some freaking rocket scientist.
No, I think maybe. I mean, he seemed to not really throw it downfield that much, though, so that would kind of put a cap on both Addison and Osborne and Hawkins.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's not as bad as it was. Yeah, with the other quarterback. Yeah, it's good news in that respect. Do you agree with that?
Not necessarily. I want to see the other guy play again. The guy from BYU.
Okay. You wanted yes, and who was his top receiver?
Osborne?
No. Puka Nacua, right? But Puka Nacua is awesome, right? He's a very talented player. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, but nobody knew about him coming out of the draft because maybe his quarterback wasn't that good. Okay. All right. So I think that
what's his quarterback's name? The one that we're talking about?
I'll look it up, dude. Yeah, Discovery is always the best teacher.
I'm looking at
I know. I want you to be
name?
the brain. I want you to be part of the think tank. Yeah, go for it.
Fuck you, man.
No. This is the last one before we go into Thursday Night Football, so yeah, go ahead.
No, what's his name? That's what I'm asking you.
Dude, aren't you looking it up?
I don't know his name. I'm looking up. I'm on the fantasy football website. I'm going to type his name in and look at his stats.
I thought you were going to look up the name of the quarterback.
No, what's his name?
Connor. I just went on a speech about how Discovery is the best teacher, and you're just like, no. I just want to take a look.
That speech sucks.
Okay, all right, yeah.
But let me see.
Jaron Hall.
Jaron Hall. Okay. How hard was that?
No, it wasn't.
Okay. This would be a great time for a sponsorship from Blue Chew. Shout out to Blue Chew. Not a sponsor, but they should sponsor us.
Blue Chew?
Yeah. Everyone's getting sponsored by them. He got negative points.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, because he threw. Yeah, he's got negative. Yeah, you and I have further. we have more yards than this guy.
We've done better in fantasy.
Yeah,
nice.
last week. So,
dude, hell yeah, dude.
So yeah, so you see why. So you see why I'm saying it's good news to those guys. Oh, hey, congratulations to the Rangers. They won. Yeah, so they are now the World Series champion. Yes.
How does it feel to use steroids and cheat and not be cool?
Oh, that's exciting. That's exciting. I need to make sure.
I feel like an 8-year-old somehow was let into a poker game and then they ended up winning. Now they're just being obnoxious.
You know, man, if you ever watch the World Series of Poker, that's happened. Like, you know, like not an 8-year-old, but somebody who like had no business.
And if you're a Rangers fan, that's what you are.
Well, yeah. Let's see here. No.
Fuck the Arlington Rangers.
Yeah. So no. This is what I'm doing. As I'm texting Brock right now. Okay, because he's a Ranger fan, and I'm saying, I told him, congratulations, welcome to the club.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, okay. So let's go ahead and move on. I think those are the ones that really hit, that were really big news ones. As far as Madison and Akers, we didn't really address that. I'm saying hold on to both of those guys, but they're definitely, if you see something better, droppable. I would drop Madison for Hubbard. Yeah, because Chuba Hubbard is looking to be the running back one. Sanders is flipping, unfortunately. Maybe it's an injury thing. I don't know. We'll but
yeah, they could be easing him back.
Yeah,
we don't really know.
Yeah, right. But yeah,
I mean, Hubbard didn't really look too good either. So it's one of the things where it's maybe they were trying out Hubbard, but if he doesn't look much better, they might just go 50-50 and then kind of hot hand it.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, but I would hold on to him. But I will tell you that the last thing we're going to say about the trade deadline before we move on to the start sit for Thursday Night Football is this: you now have permission, everybody. It's now okay. It's cool to do it. Everybody's doing it. Drop Dalvin Cook. Okay. Unless you think that both Breece Hall and Michael Carter are going to get injured soon, or that for some reason the Jets will cut Cook. Okay, you know, and he goes to some other team, you know, even though the general manager has said that he's an important part of the team. Okay, but cut him, man. Like, cut him for something else. I cut him for Chuba Hubbard. You know, I cut him for Akers. Okay, you know, because, you know, this guy's the third on the bench. No hope. Okay, he's not going to another team. He is where he is, and it is what it is. He seems to be happy. He's not being a locker room king. All right, so you now have permission to drop Dalvin Cook. Yes. Yeah, let him go. Yes. It's over. Done. It's unfortunate. Bye-bye. Okay, so on Thursday, the Titanics of Tennessee will travel to Pittsburgh to see who really are the Men of Steel. Yeah, right now the sportsline.com under is 36.5 points, with Pittsburgh favored by 2.5. Yeah, so what's your thoughts on this game?
What's the game? I'm sorry, I was looking at Chase Claypool stats.
Why are you looking at Chase Claypool stats, dude? We're doing
I wanted to see if he was doing good. We're talking about Thursday's game, the Steelers and Titans. But I'm actually really intrigued about this game.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen because so apparently the Titans like give up a lot of points to fantasy football wide receivers.
Oh yeah.
So they're like a soft matchup, but the Steelers offense is like, so it's like, what the fuck is gonna happen? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it really depends on how banged up you think Kenny Pickett is. I don't think he's that banged up because they announced pretty soon. I said it. You didn't really react, so I don't know if you saw the news, but they announced, like, even before there was no injury designation today, like, they announced, I want to say Monday or Tuesday, they announced that he was going to start for Thursday.
Yeah.
So they knew he was going to start.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it was supposed to be like a Christmas ham because it was good for 1 week. Yeah, that was the whole thing behind it. Yeah, I knew that, dude, and I commented on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh well. Anyways, there's that going on, and then Will Levis is actually looking kind of decent. So maybe the Titans put up points against the Steelers. Steelers have to throw a lot, so there's definitely a path for Pickens to have like a 50-point game, which I need to have happen.
Okay. Yeah. It's gonna be 33 degree, dude. 1 degree warmer than freezing. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. This is the time of. So, I'm sorry. Can I do a little segue?
Why would I interrupt that energy? Go.
Okay. So last year around this time, me and Brian, we were hanging out at his crib and we were watching football together, and we were talking about how Brian mentioned the fact that he read the stat that apparently when it gets colder near the end of the year, players on defense, they for some reason they're not as quick to tackle running backs. Like for some reason, like they're not as motivated to tackle running backs. Like they're slower to it. I guess because subconsciously they've been getting hit so much all year that they don't run to the contact like they do at the beginning of the year. So that means that running backs do better at the end of the year.
That was Derrick Henry. That was Derrick Henry.
No, just running backs in general. Running backs in general.
Okay.
No, it was a stat. It was just running backs in general.
Okay.
No, it wasn't just Derrick Henry.
Okay, go ahead.
No, you remember this, right?
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, I told you, dude. But yeah. But I think I stole the stat because I was talking about Derrick Henry. But please
don't say that now. We've been saying all year this is the thing.
Okay, go for it. You can
trust
this.
this.
Okay, go. Keep going.
The theory, you can take this. Just go Thunderflex at the end of the year. I'm trying double Thunderflex in a game this week, and we'll see how it works. I'm going Pacheco, Jonathan Taylor, Rashad White, and Kareem Hunt. We'll see how it goes.
Lord be with you, brother. Yeah, yeah, man. But yeah, so I'm concerned about Pickens' injury with that cold. So that's going to aggravate a little. I think we're looking at more short passes. So Pickens, of course. Anytime Pickens playing, you're going to put in Pickens. Deontay Johnson, though. What's your thoughts on Deontay Johnson?
No, I'm only starting Pickens and maybe Najee. Those are the only two pieces of the pie that I would start. Najee just because it's cold and I don't know. I'm feeling saucy because the Titans defense is weak.
Not on the run. Not on the run.
Oh,
they're very
they're
stout.
Good against the run, aren't
very
they?
Stout again. That's their strength.
Yeah, probably not Najee. Probably not Najee then. Probably Pickens and Johnson in 12-man or full PPR, but not in 10-man non-PPR formatting.
Well, even with bye weeks.
You know what? That's a great point. If you got a bye week, there you go.
Okay, all right. That's like he's a bye week stream. On the other side of the ball, I mean, how are you looking at D-Hop, dude, and Will Levis? Is that thing?
Yeah.
Is that a real thing?
I mean, D-Hop, yeah. Levis, if you're nasty, but I would start Howell ahead of him.
Okay, but what about would you be expecting what you saw with last week with Hopkins, especially considering that that Fitzpatrick is not going to be playing. Okay, so he's ruled out. Minka Fitzpatrick for the Steelers. And they already are kind of weak against pass. So, and Will Levis showed that he'll sling it.
I think it's very reasonable, realistic, and predictable to say that a rookie quarterback who is a pocket passer will depend on a veteran possession wide receiver to flow the offense. I mean, D-Hop, he's played with 9 quarterbacks at this point in his career. And, he's proved that it doesn't really depend on who he needs. I mean, he's done his best with Watson and Murray, who are arguably the two best quarterbacks he's had, yeah?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, seems like Levis. I mean, that seems to be his guy. I don't think he's gonna go to anyone else. It seems he likes Hopkins. I'm betting that if I have Hopkins, talking to you, Emo, I would hold on to him.
No, I would sell him. Yeah, I would try to if you can find somebody like a.
Sell him to me, bro.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm here.
Yeah. Sell him to him because I don't know, man. It feels a little bit like when C.J. Stroud came like for this week. Yeah, for a Thursday, I think. I don't know, man. It's a short week. I tell you what. If Will Levis was able to catch the NFL by surprise, then he'll do well. Okay, if it was just because of the defense for Atlanta was that bad, and that Arthur Smith hates fantasy football players, so he told the defense not to be that good because everybody was starting the Atlanta defense against Tennessee. So whatever the case may be, if that was the case, then then he's going to do bad. We're going to find out a lot, and that's the whole thing that's kind of nerve-wracking. Especially because it's bye week, I think D-Hop is somebody that I would go ahead and go with. I don't think I would expect, you should never expect that. That was an explosion, like an incredible explosion. But we'll see what we'll see what transpires. I think that Atlanta's defense is not bad. I think it's a pretty solid defense. So Steelers at home in the cold. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I think their offense is just bad, and when an offense does really bad, sometimes defense sometimes the game just gets away from you.
Yeah.
And it's just a scratch for the day.
Yeah. Now they've been tough against the run, but going on the theory of the cold weather, Henry or Spears or both.
Henry.
All right. Let's see here. I'm trying to think of like a questionable. Ramondre Stevenson or Henry.
Henry.
See.
Actually, Stevenson.
I was about to get you. I was loading it. I was like, all right. But now you got it. Zeke or Henry.
Henry.
Wow. There you go. That's the line. That's right there. Okay.
Neither of them are getting the receiving work, and I'd rather... Oh, Henry.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
Hubbard looked like shit, man.
All right. Okay. But...
And I'm not just saying that because I have Sanders.
Okay. There's a little bit of like...
That's kind of why I'm saying it, but that's not the only reason. Look at the stats.
Okay, but
fantasy analysts agree with me that he looked bad.
Okay, defense for Tennessee. Any of the defenses are you?
I'm not streaming a defense.
Okay, so basically, just in review, real quick, Pickens, on basically on Pittsburgh, it's Pickens and then Deontay. If you're in a, he's a good bye week thing, but not somebody you should be excited to, but not bad. Deontay Johnson, and then on Tennessee, it's D-Hop and it's Henry, and that's it. Correct. All right. So Chuck Woolery, 2-2. All right, nice and easy. Okay, cool. Well, let's go and wrap this thing up, man. Let's do it. Let's close down the show. Yeah, so I want to make sure and thank everybody for watching. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed the content that we provided, please make sure and hit the like button, subscribe, click the bell. We get all types of shows. I promise you, we are regular. Okay, we are regular. Okay, last week had a problem uploading. Happens to all of us. All right, it won't happen again, honey. I promise. Okay, go take a blue pill, then we'll upload it. Okay, it'll all work. It will all work out fine. So yeah, make sure and hit the bell. We do episodes all the time. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Check out highvolumemusicradio.com. It's a little upstart radio station. Pretty cool. It could use your support, but it also needs to be around. Really good radio station. Check it out. Great things 24/7. Check out Connor's book, You Know Too Much. It's on Amazon. And of course, my show, Drive Time Sports with Charlie and Brian. It's also on High Volume Music Radio every Thursday, 4 to 6 p.m. Central. Yeah. If you have any fantasy football questions, it's live, so feel free to give me a call. All right. Did I miss anything there, Connor?
No, I think you got it.
On behalf of Connor, the Gut Marshal, and me, Brian the Migo Baldwin. I want to thank you for watching. Hope that this year is even better year than the last. Parting shot.
Try to get trades in and try to still make moves on the wire before the trade deadline ceases. I know it's hard, but try to look at what people need. Try to look at what their weaknesses are. Try to look at who your opponents are. Try to look at who you need to win, who you need to lose. Try to do everything you can do within your power to manipulate the odds in your favor to win. I know it sounds crazy. It does help. It does make a difference. Even if you need that 1% to get into the playoffs, it's worth it.
All right. And talk about the trade. Again, dude, I've said this several times, so it's not new, but it needs to be said because it keeps happening. If you don't like a trade, either decline it or send a counteroffer. All right? Just letting the trade sit there with no action is not a cool move, man.
Brian does not like. Can I ask who's the latest person to? Because it's not me, so I want to know who did this to you. Because when you say that, I know it means that someone did it to you recently.
Let me just say, okay, again, don't let it sit there. These people are your league mates, not your children. So no need to teach them a lesson.
Was this Sam or Freedom?
You're not being smart and cheeky. Okay, you're not being cool. All right. If you don't know, man, I'm not gonna tell you. But let me just tell you that I don't offer trades. I don't even try to offer trades to Sam. I don't.
So this was.
I don't. Yeah, because it's not gonna happen. No trades are gonna happen for me, Sam. Okay, I just know that. But yes, it was a freedom.
You know why people do that, right?
Do what? What?
They do that. They do that so it either messes you up, or if the guy gets injured and all of a sudden it becomes a trade that favors them, they can click it right away and they can trap you.
Yeah, see, that's
so you actually should cancel it.
Yeah, it's
for your own safety.
Yeah, it's a jerk move, man. But it's not cool. That's the whole point.
It's not cool, but my advice to the listener when they're in that situation is cancel their request.
Okay, how long?
So they don't pull it.
How long do you wait before you cancel?
You wait 3 days.
3 days. Okay, all right. But definitely before kickoff of any of the players, right?
Well, it depends on how. If it's someone that you're even somewhat cool with, and there's like an ounce of a chance that they're not trying to do that, you can wait a little longer. But if you're like not on good terms with them, like 3 days is like the most I would wait.
In other words, 3 days. 3 days.
Yeah.
Start the counter. All right, so let's go ahead. Speaking of ending a counter, let's end the show. Last line. Remember, Connor. Remember, everyone. And fantasy football, as in life.
Don't dream it.
Yeah. Right. Woo.